Beats the Larissa G Show in the month of May. I hope you're all enjoying the nice spring weather and the colors of the blooming flowers. Springtime inspires poetic thoughts and dreams, and in today's show, I'll share a poem from my book titled Dreamers on Air. I wrote this poem and put it to music in the spring of 2015 while being a student at the John Calley School of Music at Montclair State University. In this poem, I expressed my thoughts, feelings, and hopes about the idea of our society making room for people on the autism spectrum as they're entering into adulthood. I presented Dreamers on Air for the first time at my World Autism Awareness Day concert in 2016. Besides sharing my childhood story through music, my project had an advocacy and an educational goal. Besides family and friends, I invited both university faculty members and students, as well as two special guest speakers, an autism professional, Dr. Ira Cohen, and an autism self-advocate, James Williams, whose speech reflected the state of affairs of autism at the time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is James Williams. I travel around the United States to lecture on various topics affecting people with autism, such as social, educational, and medical issues at conferences, parent support groups, and schools. I was born in 1988, and a lot has changed in the world of autism awareness since then. The Autism Science Foundation, based in New York City, reports on their website that in the 1980s, it was estimated that 1 in 10,000 individuals suffered from autism. The foundation also reports that in 2014, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, also known as the CDC, estimated that 1 in 68 individuals suffer from autism. These statistics demonstrate that autism is one of the fastest growing disabilities in the United States. Dr. Jed Baker is a nationally known autism expert, behavioral consultant, and former educator based here in New Jersey. Dr. Baker's books, research, and clinical work demonstrate that people with autism often need greater social supports than other individuals, and many social skills need to be actively taught to people with autism because of their social deficits. As a self-advocate who travels the country to speak on autism, I rely on social skills I have learned from social instruction to function in society at large and in daily life. Although learning social skills helps many individuals in the spectrum function in daily life, they don't change one basic fact. People with autism do not have the same social instincts the way neurotypical people do. People with autism have to actively think and modify almost every one of their behaviors in order to function, which is not always easy for them to do. Sometimes they slip and make a social mistake. And sadly, when people with autism, especially higher functioning people with autism, engage in these social mistakes, they are often judged negatively. Michelle Garcia-Winner, the creator of the Social Thinking Curriculum for Social Instruction, calls this the forgiveness factor. She pointed out at the 2016 Autism Society of America conference in Denver, where she was one of the keynotes, that people with autism need to be forgiven when they make those mistakes, and that the only way they will be successful is if they are forgiven.
James introduced the concept of the forgiveness factor, citing Michelle Garcia-Winner as it relates to the importance of forgiving social mistakes that people on the autism spectrum will inevitably make as they attempt to integrate into society. My college experience mirrored this reality on numerous instances. I found myself battling feelings of lack of acceptance by certain members of the university community, both faculty and students, and that is why my poem Dreamers on Air was originally titled No Room to Spare. Over time, my song has evolved both musically and artistically into an advocacy anthem for young people on the spectrum, and I presented it as such on numerous occasions at autism conferences and events. I'm here tonight not only to convey my story and provide inspiration and hope to families with younger children on the autism spectrum, but also to remind everyone that the booming increase in autism diagnosis will necessitate all people to make a little room for these people in our society, and to ask everyone to stay informed, tolerant, kind, and accepting of people on the autism spectrum. Obstacles are inevitable for any person on the road to success, and more so inevitable for a person on the autism spectrum. I composed my next song, Dreamers on Air, in 2014 while going through some tough times during my educational endeavors. Tonight I'll be performing this song for the public for the first time, and I'll be singing and rapping on behalf of those people on the spectrum who can talk and for those who cannot. I am here to let you know that the wings of new beginnings will be spreading words of freedom, free to show you who we are. I am here to let you know I'll be singing words of silence. Silence too can be confusing. We would like to say, but can't. All we want is to be dreamers on air. Thank you for searching for the key of why we're there. Maybe we were cloned by danger in the air, flying away from those who made no room to spare. This book, titled Know That You're Worth It and Dreamers on Air, is derived from the original poem and song, the beginning of which you just heard. My vision of this poem was beautifully transformed into an illustrated book format as a collaborative effort of artwork by my sister Victoria Grabois under the creative direction of Irina Perelman and Leonia artist Ji Young Vu. I'm really proud of this book, and here it is. You already met Victoria, who voiced over Faye, an 8-year-old girl with autism, in my song My Name is Faye. Victoria will talk about what illustrating this book meant to her in the next episode of Words and Beats, so please stay tuned. I hope you will show your kind support by purchasing this book as well as my other books by visiting KDP Amazon. In 2018, I was invited as a special guest performer to represent the Autism New Jersey organization at a New Jersey fundraiser, Acapella for Autism, a vocal competition raising funds for the autism cause. I decided to share with you my speech from the event, ending with a performance of Dreamers on Air.
She is a performing singer, composer, YouTube artist, pianist, and music teacher of children with special needs. In addition, Ms. Grabois presents her unique autism awareness musical projects at conferences and various community autism support and educational events nationwide.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Can you all hear me good? Just to make sure. Yeah. Awesome. I'm truly honored to participate tonight in the Acapella for Autism event. This organization spreads awareness about autism in general and of the contributions of people with autism to society. The quality of life of those on the autism spectrum is impacted by early intervention, strong family support, and appropriate education in early childhood. Therefore, the role of this organization is critical, and fundraising for this organization for a musical event is really an awesome thing. Though many in our society are becoming well aware of issues faced by children with autism, far fewer truly understand the challenges faced by young adults with autism as they're attempting to integrate into society and its daily life. Understanding the challenges of the adult population on the spectrum is crucial for creating a more supportive and accepting environment to help them lead meaningful lives. Despite increased autism awareness and skyrocketing statistics, which as of Thursday's news release is 1 in 59 nationwide and 1 in 34 in New Jersey, today, sadly, many adults with autism still face challenges with finding employment and within employment, as well as in higher education. As a result, leading an independent life is very difficult, if not impossible, for most young adults with autism. For instance, there are many young adults on the spectrum who do graduate college but are unable to find employment in general, and more so in their field of study. Often there's an insufficient number or lack of appropriate accommodations for people with autism in training and employment, leading to lower success rates in performance at jobs or securing employment. Misinterpretation or lack of understanding of social behaviors of autistic individuals leads to reluctance to integrate those people into the workforce. Hopefully, more employers will gradually recognize the benefit of the unique gifts and abilities that many people with autism possess. Such are superior memory, honesty, above average work ethic, devotion to details, and more. Changing our perspective on how we regard people who are different in general and appreciating their unique contributions can ultimately lead to wider acceptance and successful integration of those people into our society. May I bless with sounds of music, hills of love and rocks of kindness, rocks of strength and stones of guidance. Help me rise above the storm, even though that storm was blowing. I could see a golden sky shine, where a gentle lark was singing, promising that I'll be fine. All we want is to be dreamers on air. Thank you for searching for the key of why we're there. Maybe we were cloned by danger in the air, flying away from those who made room to spare. Room to spare. Room to spare. I am here to let you know we will sometimes need protection. We will need love and affection, whether we are right or wrong. In return, we'll pay with kindness. We will show you how our mind works, often capable of brightness. We can grow to help you too. All we want is to be dreamers on air. Thank you for searching for the key of why we're there. Although we were cloned by danger in the air, we'll fly towards you, who found love to spare. Love to spare. Room to spare. Room to spare. Love to spare. Thank you, Acapella, for autism, for finding room and love to spare.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was both touched and taken aback by the immense support from the audience, and thank goodness my mother took a video glimpse of that meaningful moment. Social acceptance by the community and society at large is important for every human being, and it is especially so for people on the autism spectrum. I invited back my friend, musical collaborator, and autism advocate from Chicago, Illinois, James Williams, to the Autism Talk spot of today's show. We will be talking about how people on the autism spectrum find acceptance through a special interest of anime and animation. Welcome back to the Autism Talk spot of this month's Words and Beats. I'm very happy to once again host a special guest, autism self-advocate, who's also my friend and music collaborator, James Williams from Chicago, Illinois. Just to remind you, James travels around the country presenting on autism awareness and related issues. One of the platforms where James both presents and performs on the recorder are anime conventions and gatherings. James, tell us a little bit about why the anime community is attractive to people on the autism spectrum as a popular special interest.
So, Lara, here are some of the common reasons why autistic people are drawn to anime. Anime provides some form of an escape from their everyday realities, and anime often offers friendship and social skills lessons. In addition, the anime style also offers, in many cases, easy to read, clear-cut emotions, and the anime fan base offers individuals with autism a supportive and tolerant community to be a part of. This special interest is often a safe place for autistic people who commonly face social challenges in the real world.
Interesting. As a matter of fact, I recently read a blog by someone of the name of Rachel Leffler on this topic, and she, by the way, refers to you as a source in her blog.
Well, I do host panels about autism at many anime conventions.
Yes, and Rachel brings up the fact that Japanese culture is known to be an introvert-friendly society, which is compatible with many individuals with autism. She also mentions that people on the spectrum tend to be attracted to facts and they're good at memorizing them. And in anime, there are many facts to memorize, which makes it attractive to many people on the autism spectrum.
That's very true, Lara. In addition, the psychologist Dr. Shannon Nichols, who has conducted extensive research on autism in females, discovered that one of the most common special interests among the autistic females she worked with was anime. She sometimes, in fact, refers to anime as the second language for autistic females during many of her presentations.
That's interesting. And when I was growing up, I worshipped the Sailor Moon series. And so, in a way, anime series like that provides social skills supports to individuals on the spectrum of all ages.
Sailor Moon actually included the Sailor Says segments featured during the American adaptations of this magical girl anime series, which discuss self-improvement techniques or topics of morality as related to the episode's plot.
Oh yeah, I remember that when I used to watch the show many, many years ago.
Animated TV shows outside of anime also offer social lessons as well. One primary example can be found within the TV show My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, a Canadian-American animated fantasy children's TV series. In this show, the pony characters live in a world called Equestria and are actively studying what they refer to as the magic of friendship. Most of the episodes end with a friendship lesson, wherein the pony characters share a lesson they have learned about friendship, based on the events within the episode. Many of these friendship lessons mirror similar social skills lessons taught by professionals to autistic individuals in special education and therapeutic settings. An example of this is the work by social skills therapist Michelle Garcia-Winner, whom I mentioned in my presentation at your concert at Montclair State University in 2016.
What a great model of social skills teaching to follow for parents or for those working with children with autism. You know, I actually miss watching the anime series, but now it's time to head upstairs, and please join us at the live music corner. to the live music corner of today's show. At the Autism Talk Spot, we brought up friendship lessons in animation, particularly mentioning the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic series, which, by the way, featured many songs. The show has also created an entire group of people who are My Little Pony fans, and many people on the autism spectrum have found an accepting social community within the My Little Pony fandom.
I asked Lara to join me on a song called JFJF, which stands for Just Friends, Just Fine. This song was originally written and performed by the My Little Pony fan musicians Koa and Pegasus. JFJF is not a song from the show itself, but it is a fandom song about the friendship between the following characters: the female pony Starlight and the male pony Sunburst.
Let's roll! They really think they know what's best for us.
Well, if that's what they think, they don't know much. We can be just friends, just friends, just friends if we wanna be. So are you dumb or just colorblind?
Have you even seen his palette next to mine?
Some things are just not meant to be.
And one of them is him and me.
Why can't you let a good thing lie? We're getting wet, we're keeping dry. Don't get ahead of yourself, we're doing just fine.
Just friends,
Just fine, just fine. If I so much as stand next to you,
They say it's just a long before I use.
yeah, it's all too much, too much, too much, too much for us.
Sure, I can count on you in a pinch.
But isn't that just what friendship is? Yeah, it's all too much, too much, too much. Think we've had enough. Seriously, what the? Why can't you let a good thing lie? We're getting wet, we're keeping dry. Don't get ahead of yourself, we're doing just fine.
Just friends,
Just fine, just fine. Why can't you leave a good thing be? It's so damn clear to see that we don't need any help, we're doing just fine.
just friends,
Just fine, just fine.
I can say I love you.
And I can say I love you too, without the loot, things that they want us to do.
What's wrong with you?
I can be your shoulder,
And I can be your confidant.
without the kiss and tell, one bed at the hotel.
Says you're right into hell.
Ooh, that's kind of harsh.
Sorry?
Don't be. Why can't you let a good thing lie? We're getting wet, we're keeping dry. Don't get ahead of yourself, we're doing just fine. Just fine, just fine. Why can't you leave a good thing be? It's so damn clear to see that we don't need any help, we're doing just fine.
Just friends,
Just fine, just fine.
Have you not seen Trixie Lou the Moon?
Can't you two get a room?
That was a fun song to perform. James, thank you for participating in today's show.
My pleasure.
Thank you everyone for watching today's episode of Words and Beats, Dreamers on Air, dedicated to young people living on the autism spectrum. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, give this episode a like, and comment below. Please show your support by ordering my book, Know That You're Worth It and Dreamers on Air, off KDP Amazon or off my website. Don't forget to download the song Dreamers on Air on major music platforms from my album, The Voice of Autism. See you in June on Words and Beats, where I will share the other poem in my book, Know That You're Worth It.